Hi guys, my name is Owen. This is Van Trekking Lifestyle, and that's my buddy horse right back there. Not really my horse, but we're at an equestrian campground. How did we get here? Well, it's a Friday and Saturday night in Florida. It's beautiful out here, but campgrounds are pretty full. We were lucky to find a place on Friday night at Hillsborough River State Park, and we're going to show you that. And then we moved to Little Manatee River State Park, where we got to meet a few horses and walk around. And we were surprised by some owls. And also, we drove across the big bridge that means so much to us. Speaking of meaning so much to us, thanks for being part of this journey. We'll get on with the episode.
Your destination is on the right.
Hillsborough River State Park.
Pretty little entrance. Our first time here. We always get excited about the first time at any place.
First time here, but I think you can see a pattern. All the state parks in Florida are just beautiful, and they're out in the middle of an area like this that's just makes you shake your head and smile. It's beautiful. Hi there. Poteet, we have one night here tonight.
All right, what's the side number?
What is
78, I think.
78, she thinks.
Awesome. And you're all set?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Florida anytime recently, then you know, unless you book really far in advance, you're going to have a difficult time getting a campsite on a Saturday night, and usually on a Friday night. We lucked into a one-night stay at the Hillsborough River State Park. It's, you know, it looks beautiful driving in, and we really enjoyed that, and we went for a little walk yesterday, and it's the kind of place that you could come and just kind of hang out. It's pretty close to Tampa, and you know, it's a state park. I will say that the site that we're in is not as private as we're used to with state parks, but this is a park that's pretty easy to get into. So if you're coming here and you need a place to duck into for a Friday or Saturday night, it's probably a good idea to at least check here and see if maybe there's an opening. So this is where we're parked, and you can see there's not a lot of privacy between us and our neighbors. And there are two main loops here at this campground, and inside of those loops there are probably 2 or 3 kind of sub loops that go around, and it goes right by the river. And if you can book way in advance, like our friends did, then you can probably get a site right on the river. It does have a very interesting little canoe and kayak launch area. Hopefully we'll get to show you that. So as we're walking around this morning, we did notice that if you don't try to get one of the 50 amp sites, these sites over here are more like what we're used to. So they're kind of back off in the little woods area here. So you may be asking yourself, why didn't we just stay at a Walmart or a Cracker Barrel or a Cabela's? Well, the reason is it's hot. It's getting up into the 80s every day, and then at night it just gets down to the 70s, and with the humidity, we just don't sleep as well. So it's worth the money to pay for a site like this if we can find it, so that we can sleep better. And then we've said it a million times, but we have all the amenities. You know, we could have gotten here early yesterday and gotten out on this river, and this looks beautiful. Let me show you. It looks like that'd be fun. So we think there are many canoe and kayak launches here, but we did see this one yesterday, and remember I told you I'd show it to you. So this is, a guy thought this up here. This is pretty ingenious. Let me show you. Isn't that smart? I think that's actually ingenious. The Hillsborough River State Park has almost 4,000 acres inside the park. It's a long ways from the road back to the campground, and there are miles and miles of trails that you can hike and bike. And this river is something you could really enjoy on a hot day. We wish we had more days here. We could really enjoy exploring here. But like we said, one day, heading somewhere else. That somewhere else is a little further south as we make our way closer to the Everglades. A little squirrel. Well, the morning walk is over, and hop in the van now and head to the next spot, Mother. First stop today on the way to the Sunshine Skyway Bridge is to get a little DEF, diesel exhaust fluid. Where do we get it? Lowe's. Not just because we used to work there, but because they have the best price on the Blue Death Platinum. And that's all we put in this. We've had an issue with that before when we put cheaper versions of this, and it's something we're really careful about. It costs a little bit more, but hopefully we have less worries in the long run. So let's get that done.
Why do you go to Lowe's and get it?
Well, because it's the cheapest place to get the blue DEF Platinum.
Platinum.
And so,
Is that supposed to be better?
yeah, it prevents deposits and it cleans the injector. It's supposed to. You know, the whole thing could be a scam as far as I know, but it is expensive to work on the DEF system in the van. So, you know, we've had that happen with the truck before, and you know, that's just a little bit of insurance every time. I think that's maybe the 4th time that we have had to replace the DEF, and we have about 7,000 miles on the van already. Wow. We've been rolling around.
Okay.
Speaking of rolling, let's roll towards the Sunshine Skyway Bridge. We're gonna go to the rest area there, sit beside of the water, and eat a little lunch and just chill for a little bit before going to our next spot. Good cell phone signal here.
So we're having to go through the toll to go across the Skyway Bridge. We usually have a sun pass, but we didn't buy one this time. So we'll see how much we are. We think it's going to be $3 with the trailer on the back. So we're going to go to the fishing pier, maybe grab some lunch by the water.
Plans, Dan. Yeah, it's definitely white capping out here.
Yeah.
You got people lined up all the way down the water here with generators out, slides out, vans here. This is a free place to stay, and people just come and hang out. So is it windy here? You darn betcha. So anytime you pull off at a place like this and you have the trailer, you have to wonder, can I get back out of here? Let me show you what I'm gonna have to do to get out. So I think we're gonna make a sharp left turn and go between these trees and between that and make it back out. Wind is a little iffy as to whether we'll make it, but I think we will.
He's so good. Would be a great place to stay if it wasn't so windy.
mount the 360 camera so we can get a view of going over the Skyway Bridge.
I'm thinking we're not going to have a 360 camera after this. It's got wind advisories, sweetheart.
I know. I think it's on there.
I don't think so. He's changed his mind now. He's putting it on the ladder. If there wasn't high wind advisories, I'd say it might make it, but I'm not really sure it's going to make it.
Without my love for the ocean, I would be long gone by now. It's some kind of devotion that brings me down.
You nervous?
The high wind with the van is something to deal with. Worrying about whether I made a mistake putting the 360 camera up there. That's something to worry about. But hey, if it works, we'll have a really good video of going across the bridge.
You're holding my mind in a tight grip when I walk all over you, and your blood is in the water as you go straight through my heart, through my
Let's see if we still have a 360 camera. We do. Let's see.
It's still there.
Still there.
See you climb this ladder. It's kind of hard with that bag on there, but he does it. We get excited over the craziest things. Going back across. Owen left the camera up there. This is the windier side. Wasn't stressful enough the first time, so we thought we'd do it again. I'm glad you think it's funny. So that's the old Skyway Bridge. It's the old Skyway Bridge. They now use it as a fishing pier. Pretty cool.
Yes, ma'am. Poteet, we have a reservation tonight. Staying on the equestrian side, but you can book one of these if it's the only one that's available when you book.
We're right here.
Right at the stable. Awesome. So it may be that we're just getting more practice with backing the trailer and putting it in, but we did that one first time and put it right between the picnic table and the power pedestal. So that was a good shot. Let's get out of here and rest for a little bit. Here we are at our site. Pretty cool, huh? I think I'm gonna go over here. Tie myself up to the hitching post. How are you guys? How are you doing? How are you doing? You okay? You staying cool? Tonight, we're gonna cook on the griddle, filet and shrimp scampi. let's get started. The first thing, we need to get the griddle up to about as hot as we can possibly get it so that we can cook some shrimp. Wouldn't be an Italian meal if we didn't use olive oil. So let's put a little olive oil down. Put a bunch of garlic down. We're gonna move that around so it doesn't burn. We're going to add half a pound of uncooked shrimp. That's smelling good already. Man. Let each one of those get a little griddle love. In other words, make sure they're touching the griddle. So they've been on for about 2 minutes. We're gonna flip them over now. So at this point, we're just gonna be moving the shrimp around, making sure nothing burns. Turn the temperature down just a little bit. Pretty soon we're gonna have a happy me and a happy wife. These are smelling really good. So now while we're cooking the steaks, we're gonna let the shrimp finish. That means we're gonna put them in a pot. And in our case, we're gonna put them on top of the induction cooktop. Follow me over there and we'll do a couple more things over there. So if you've been following us, you know that any meal for us recently wouldn't be a special meal unless we have some beer in. So we got a little Michelob Ultra. Man, it smells good, good, good. We're gonna add about a third of a stick of butter. And we're gonna put a little lemon juice in there. All right, we'll let this come up to temperature again. Then we'll add one more ingredient. And while it's doing that, we're gonna cook the steaks. So we got some olive oil down. We've turned the griddle up. We're gonna sear these steaks by putting them on there. And that's the sound you wanna hear. While we're on the griddle, we wanna put a little salt on one side. We love pepper, so pepper goes on. And let's go over here and check on our shrimp. Man. Steaks have been on for 2 minutes. Let's flip them over. Get them to sear on both sides. A little of the sauce over top of the steak.
So steak, one of your favorites?
Yeah. But getting a steak, let's get us a good little bite here with a couple pieces of shrimp. Here we go.
It's a huge bite.
I know, I always take a big bite on it. Let's see how this is.
Can you tell he loves food?
What a wonderful meal. We hope you've had a really good time with the person that you love today. Lynn and I are going to put this away and we're going to eat hearty tonight. Here's hoping that in the future you get you a Blackstone Griddle. You can do a lot of things on here and couple that with the induction cooktop. Man, you can cook like a chef and it's going to be better than dirt. I guarantee it. Until next time, see you around the griddle.
Good morning from Little Manatee River State Park.
We've had our coffee. Maggie's been knocking at the door now for a while, so she needs to go for a walk. And we wanted to check out the trail that goes down to the river. So we're going to combine both of those. That's what we're going to do this morning, and we'll show you around as we go. And you'll notice that I said we're going to go for a walk on this trail.
Because for some reason, I don't really consider walking this flat ground a hike.
But others do.
I know.
Maggie says, I just call it a walk.
Yeah.
She is. Is it going to rain again today?
Well, I don't know at what point. It feels like we ran from it all day yesterday, so
Yeah.
it rained until it did. So right when we're reading.
Yeah, and speaking of rain, last night it rained. It came a Floridian downpour right as we were cooking dinner. And the awning didn't do that well. In fact, I had to get out in the middle of the rainstorm, take the little bitty short miniature broom we have, and try to get the water out of the awning before it collapsed.
What's happening to our awning as it's raining? Owen's getting a broom, trying to get some of this water out. Not working very good. It's helping a little bit. Oh my goodness. Bring it in.
Bring it in a little ways. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah.
And I think I was successful. And then many of you on our Facebook group, on the Revel 4x4 Facebook group, have told me different things to try. One in particular gave me the manual to adjust it so it has more of an incline, more pitch. So I'm going to try that later today or tomorrow. But you're always learning, and I learned last night, if it's raining, like my buddy Jim said, you better not have your awning all the way out, or you're going to get a shower.
You know, get out of there.
The campground host told us yesterday that pup dogs really like these trails because there are all kind of critters and smells and horses and different things for them to smell of, and Maggie's not proving him wrong at all. Just walk a few feet and stop and let Maggie smell of something. But if you have a pup, you know that's what you do. I think we have entered the jungle.
So sometimes it's not all about what you see, it's about what you hear.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Where is it? Okay, so sometimes we get excited about seeing robins and cardinals and other birds, but to be out in the middle of this trail going down to the river and to hear that and not know what it is, and then to see that it was 2 owls, it was. Maggie says it makes it worthwhile to take her for walks like this. And we've been in Florida a long time this time and many years in the past, and I was getting ready to say the trails kind of blend together and the places kind of blend together. But you know, the truth is, it's the first time we've ever heard that. Always something new to be found if you'll just go out, keep your eyes and ears open, and look. I'm betting when we look back on this trip,
the owls will be what we remember at Little Manatee River State Park.
I hear a hawk and I hear an owl.